Hi, it's the second week of April and today I'm going to do a bit of grafting. I've said a lot about the timing of grafting today and I don't want to repeat everything I've said, which is put up there in other videos. But just want to show you one or two of the little tricks of the trade. First of all, here's some of my grafting material. Some of this has been sent by friends. I'm associated with a group, the Google group, the Cider Workshop. You can find them easily enough. A lovely lot of friends. And several of us exchange wood. We freely give each other a bit of wood for grafting, scion wood. This is some wood that a friend sent me about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, and this is from a Somerset cider apple variety called Somerset Red Streak. And this was cut in the form of pencils. Why do we call it pencil? Because it looks like a pencil. Okay, this is a Derwent terracotta drawing pencil for art, and these are called pencils because they look like pencils. Okay, note that it's labelled and it's an indelible label, and it's very important to do that. So I've given these a little wash, and I've been hanging around these and various other bits of wood. Here's some of my own. This is a winter Nellis pear, rather thin. I'd have liked it to be thicker than that, but that's all I had because I didn't have a lot of this. I want more of it because it's such a great pear. These have been stored in the fridge, dormant for some while. I'm going to graft them today. I've given them a quick wash in a dilute solution of bleach. I'm not absolutely certain it's necessary to do that, but I thought they might have a few bugs hanging around, a few fungi, so I've just given a little bit of a wash in a dilute solution of bleach. Right, now the tape. I usually use tape cut from freezer bags. It's ordinary polythene bags like this, and this is what I do. I basically roll them up, trying to keep reasonably neat, and actually that's the wrong way. I do it like this. It's not that critical. I'm sort of rolling this up. You can see what I'm doing. It isn't particularly difficult. And then on a block of wood with a very sharp knife. Okay, can you just close in and see what I'm doing, Julia? When I say a very sharp knife, this is one of my Opinel. That's O-P-I-N-E-L. It's a French manufactured locking knife. I make quite a wide range of them. I've got one which has got a very long, thin, slightly curved blade, which is good for fish filleting. I've got a few in various sizes, and they're very useful. This is number 8, which is probably the most generally useful. This is the gardener's favourite. I'm not particularly unpatriotic, but you know, I use Japanese pruning saws, I use Swiss-made secateurs, and I use French-made pen knives because these are simply the best things I've been able to find. And you know, I would rather buy an English-made product, being English, but you know, I buy the best stuff that I can get within reason. These Opinel pen knives from France are incredibly good value for money. And by the way, I have put a really deadly edge on this today. It's a very, very sharp knife. I've just sharpened this. And one of the issues that somebody raised, just put these in a bag, is sterilising the blades while in use. I carry this with me. This is a little polythene bottle containing methylated spirits. And while I'm out working, what I'll do, you see I've got a little bit of string, a little bit of rag here, like the old rag and bottle anaesthesia. So what I'm doing is soak that, and while I'm out working, not necessarily between every single graft, but I use this to clean the blade. Now the blade's obviously been thoroughly cleansed of all visible dirt. It's been sharpened, and I'm just reasonably frequently throughout the day I just use this rag and bottle method. There's another knife, I might as well do that. This rag and bottle which I carry around with me, okay, to keep my blades sterile. You do want to let them dry off as well, because you don't want to get neat alcohol onto the cut wood, because alcohol of course is poisonous, and so give them a clean and give them a wave in the light before. And I just want to say one more thing before I actually get ready and go out to do some work. Oh, by the way, this is a little diamond hone thing, so I often, you know, if necessary, take a little diamond hone thing like this to just get a little extra bit of an edge during the day if necessary. So I usually use my Opinel number 6, but I can't find it. But this is a little bit bigger, it's maybe 0.5 millimetre thicker on the blade. I've given it a good edge and I've sharpened it, and this is perfectly adequate. I'd just like to thank Tom Martell from Costa Mesa, California. Hi Tom, who's had a look at the videos and says he likes them, and has very kindly sent me some of this stuff called Parafilm M from California. And this is something which he says is used in photography or something or other, but he says it's used for tying in the grafting. So I'm going to give this a try. I've never used it before. I'll try it on a few. I'm not doing a lot of grafting this year, I'm only doing a little bit. But it peels off like this and stretchy apparently. So if you imagine this pencil here is actually being grafted in. You can you see what I mean? It sort of ties around like this. One of the problems with the polythene I use is it doesn't stretch very much once it's tied up, and then you can, as the tree expands, it can cut in, and you really need to release it. Whereas some materials naturally rot in the sun over a period of time, which is great if it works out. Anyway, so that's the Parafilm M, and I'll give it a go today. So there we are, extraordinarily sharp knives. Rag and bottle for sterilisation, the actual wood, the grafting, and very critical, I've got somewhere around here, labels. Just one more thing, yeah, we've been using these labels, and these are a little bit more costly, but these are sort of scratch plate labels. So if you want to come in here, Jill, I'll show you exactly what's going on. These really work. Very often we've done labels and then we've gone back to them a year later, and you know, the thing has deteriorated, and we think, oh no, we can't remember what we planted now, and this is a real problem. You know, I remember I went to a day on website creation about several years ago, and this chap said, whatever you remember today, remember this one thing, label everything. Because one day you start clicking away with a digital camera, you wake up one morning and you've got 10,000 photographs, and you go look for one and you can't find it. On a much simpler scale, when you're grafting apple trees, if you're grafting a dozen different apple tree varieties or pear trees or whatever, you go away, you think, oh, I'll remember which one was which, and then 2 years later a lot of other things has happened, and in fact you don't remember, and it's really frustrated. So good labels, and these scratch plate ones, we have proved that these will still read what they read. 10 years from now, that will still read Winter and Nellis, all other things being equal. So there we are, that's just me getting some of my gear ready, and now I'm going to go off and do a little bit of grafting.